In this lesson, we'll be learning how to name alkenes. Alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbon with a general molecular formula of CnH2n. An alkene with 2 carbon is ethene, 3 carbon propene, 4 carbon butene, 5 carbon pectine, and so on. Take note, an alkene with 1 carbon atom does not exist. This is because alkenes require double-bonded carbons which need at least 2 carbon atoms, and a single carbon atom cannot form such bond with itself. Now, let's highlight the steps on how to name alkenes. Step 1. Identify the longest continuous carbon chain, which would be the parent chain. Step 2. Number the parent chain from one end to another, starting from the end that will give the double bond the lowest possible number. Step 3. Combine the substituent name and their location with the parent chain name to give the IUPAC name. Now, let's take this example. So, the first thing to do is to identify the longest continuous carbon chain. Here, we have more than one continuous carbon chain, but what we need is the longest. Now, let's identify this continuous carbon chain and choose the longest. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we have a 4 carbon chain, a 5 carbon chain, and a 6 carbon chain. 6 is greater than 4 and 5. So the longest continuous carbon chain is 6. Now that we have identified the longest continuous carbon chain to be 6, we number it from the right to the left and then from the left to the right. So we have already numbered this from the left to the right. Let's also number it from the right to the left. Now we identify which numbering will give the double bond the lowest possible number. If we number from the left to the right, the double bond would be at carbon 4. If we number from the right to the left, the double bond would be at carbon 2. Since 2 is lesser than 4, numbering from the right to the left will give the double bond a lower number. So we are going to number from the right to the left. Now that we have identified the best way to number this structure, we combine the substituent name with their location and the parent chain name to give the IUPAC name. The longest continuous carbon chain is 6. An organic compound with 6 carbon atoms is called X. We know that the double bond is at carbon 2 and alkenes end with the suffix "-ene". So the parent chain name is X2N. We can also write this as 2-hexane. Now we identify the substituents and their location. We have a chlorine on carbon 5 and a methyl on carbon 4. Since we have a chlorine on carbon 5, this would be 5-chloro. Then we have a methyl on carbon 4, it would be 4-methyl. Remember, we write substituents alphabetically. So we write chloro before methyl. So the name of this organic compound is 5-chloro-4-methyl-X2N. 5-chloro-4-methyl-X2N. If you find this video interesting, why not hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification button So whenever we drop a new video, you get notified. Now let's take this example. So the first thing we need to do is to identify the longest continuous carbon chain. And in this case, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So the longest continuous carbon chain is 4. The next thing we do is to number from the left to the right and then from the right to the left. Now, numbering from the left to the right, we have the double bond at carbon 2. Numbering from the right to the left, we also have the double bond at carbon 2. Now, in this case, where both numbering gives us the same number for the double bond, do we just choose any of this numbering? Now, look closely. What do you notice? If we number from the left to the right, we have our substituent methyl on carbon 2. If we number from the right to the left, we have our substituent methyl on carbon 3. So, in this case, where both numbering gives us the same number for the double bond, we choose the numbering that will give the substituent the lowest possible number. And in this case, if we number from the left to the right, the substituent will have a lower number. 2 is lesser than 3, so numbering from the left to the right will give the substituent the lowest possible number. So we number from the left to the right. So next, we combine the substituent name and their location with the parent chain name to give the IUPAC name. In this case, the longest continuous carbon chain is 4. An organic compound with 4 carbon atoms is called but. We know that the double bond is located on carbon 2 and alkenes end with the suffix "-in". So the parent chain name would be but2-in. Now, let's identify the substituents and the location. On carbon 2, we have a methyl group. So that will be 2-methyl but2-in. So the name of that compound is 2-methyl but2-in. Okay, try this and drop your answer in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe.